Hi. Hello. Can you hear me? Whoever just said, "How do you know it's not live already?" She's just very still. That made me laugh out loud. Hopefully you can hear me. I didn't test my audio or anything. I just like pressed live. So hopefully this is working and you can hear and see me. If nobody says they can't, then I'll just assume you can. Thank you for being here. This is so fun. We're talking teeth. We're live. We can hear and see you. Thank you. We are live talking teeth, and I have like a list of questions. I asked Instagram some questions ahead of time. I asked the YouTube, what do you call it? The community section. I asked some questions ahead of time. So I kind of put all the questions that were asked ahead of time on a little, well, you can't see it, but on a little tab that I have right here. So I'll open those up. But first, I just want to say hi to everyone. Hello from Puerto Rico. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. Like, something I just want to say right away. So they time zones are so wild, right? Like, I think the first time and the only time that I went to Europe, I remember thinking like, how am I like almost a day ahead? I know it's like 7 hours or whatever from Chicagoland, but it's just so cool that we are all in different time zones. And I don't know. I know it's like everyone knows that already, but it's something I think about a lot. Something else I think about a lot is weather and how like you could be like there's definitely waves on a beach somewhere right now. Like somewhere there's a beach where there's beautiful waves happening. And and somewhere there's probably snow. It's cold. It's just so wild to me. Sorry, you're all like, whatever. Let's talk deep. Okay. So, oh my goodness. See, UK. Someone's here from the UK. It's probably the middle of the night. Yes. Working night shift. It is the middle of the night. That's so amazing. Thank you for being here. This is so fun. I am kind of like a night owl person. Like I love the night. Right now it's 7:30 p.m. where I am in Chicagoland. So it's not too wild for me, but I would be if that 1:30 a.m. whatever it is, I would be like loving that. Loving that. Okay. So, oh yeah, I'm noticing in the little Lee, you have a tooth next to your name and it's pink. Lee is part of YouTube membership. So there's a little membership tab. Like how I was talking about the community tab where you can be on the community, the post page. There's also a membership tab where you can get that cool tooth next to your name. Like, Lee, thank you. I love it. You got the pink one. That's special. And you get a different color tooth for how long you've been a member. So depending on what color tooth you are. It's exciting. So thank you for being here. Hey, I see you too, Lee. Thank you. Okay, okay. But let me do the first question. I wrote this one first because everyone, actually, maybe I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. The question that everyone always asks me is there really a dental chair in your house? Tell me about it. So, this is it. Everyone, it's real. It's not a green screen. It's like real. When I film my videos, I sit on it like this and I face this way. So like you see this in the back when I film a video. So like all my like camera stuff is all there. And one day we can do like a really fun tour of the room. I did like a tour of what's in my cabinets before, but I've never done a tour like on what's on that side, So anyway, someone asked if I've ever been to Mexico, and I have not. I've been to Punta Cana, the Dominican Republic. I've been to Aruba, and I think that's it in the Caribbean, right? I've never been to Mexico though, but I love. I mean, not that Mexico's a Caribbean, but I'm just thinking like warm southern places. So yeah, that's my question. No, when I or that's my answer. When I do the Zooms, like the Zooms, when I do the Zooms, when I do Zoom, whenever I have meetings and stuff, people constantly ask, is that a green screen behind you? It looks pretty good. And I'm always like, no, it's not a green screen. It's real. So you just saw me sit on my chair and now you know. Well, I think you already knew, but maybe you didn't. Okay, what's my next question? Let's see. What are you seeing? Thank you. Thank you for saying that. It's the coolest thing. That's very nice. It's so cool. I can't wait to like read all the comments when I'm done. And like just everyone says such nice things. Okay. So someone asked, why are you a dental hygienist? I'm assuming, meaning like why? I mean, you could answer that in so many ways. That's so funny. Like, well, I'm a dental hygienist because I went to school for it, and here I am. No, I'm just kidding. No, the reason I got into it is probably what you want to know, and I'm just very reading all the comments, and I need to stop. Do you ever do people? I need to watch more lives and like see how if people are as like as me, you know. I wonder, maybe people handle this better. All right. Well, the dental hygienist question, the reason I became a dental hygienist is actually because I thought I wanted to be a dentist. Long story short, my favorite phrase. I went to dental hygiene school instead of dental school because during my undergrad, I studied biology and chemistry for pre dental to become a dentist. And I never took the DAT. I never applied to dental school because you had to do observation hours, like shadowing hours. You had to shadow a dentist. So when I was doing that, I noticed I always would watch the hygienist instead of the dentist. I was always so interested in what the hygienist was doing. I think mostly because preventative is so cool to me. Prevention versus restoration, right? I was a dental assistant for a while, and I think it's awesome and fascinating what restoration, like dentistry, can do, repairing broken teeth, repairing unhealthy teeth. But the whole idea of prevention and preventing those things from happening just was so cool to me. So I thought, you know what, you never know. I always thought I want to be a dentist, but I'm really loving watching what the hygienists are doing. So how about I apply to dental hygiene school and see what happens? I can always do dental school in the future. So then I applied to dental hygiene school, fell in love with dental hygiene school, and never looked back. I would never. I can't imagine never wanting to be a dentist. If anything, I would want to be a periodontist because the gums, right? Ooh, I love the gums. I fell in love with gums and gum health. So, when did you start your career? 2014? Someone asked me. Speaking of, um, no, did I? Wait a second. 2014. Why does that sound familiar? I started my job as a dental assistant in 2014. That's where it is. Someone knows something. I like that. Someone knows something about my timeline that I don't know. So I became a dental hygienist, or no, a dental assistant. Oh my goodness, in 2014. I was in dental hygiene school at the time. I ended up graduating dental hygiene school in 2015. So I've been working as a dental hygienist since 2015. That makes sense, right? Yeah. So 7 years. 7 years. So 7 years as a hygienist, about nine-ish, 8, 9, depending on in the field of dentistry. And that is, this is just coming from my mind right now. I didn't nobody asked this, maybe you did, but oh, someone just wrote something so bright. What is this? This is so just want to say that because of your videos, I went to the dentist for the first time in 34 years, no longer afraid, and thanks for the confidence. Abraham. Oh my goodness, that was so nice. Thank you for telling me. That's like extremely that makes me feel. You know what? Hearing things like that, that's why I do this. That makes me I think it's so cool to be able to help kind of make the dental office not seem so intimidating because it can be. Someone's in your personal space, in your mouth, like getting up in there, and there's sometimes pain associated with it because a lot of people go to the dentist because they're in pain, not necessarily that you're in pain at because of the dentist, but you're there because you're trying to get rid of it. So that's kind of a thing. There's a lot of reasons that people don't like going. So to make thank you, Abraham, for saying that. Like to make someone um who has been apprehensive and not want to go to the dentist, to make them want to go, or at least give it a go, give it a try. That is everything. And that's why I do this. So that makes me so happy. Thank you. And I just, it's all about spreading the, I don't know if the word is kindness, spreading the, I don't know, just all helping each other out. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I always feel like a lot of people, that's why I started the YouTube channel. Again, long story short, it's just when you have knowledge about something, like I went to school for all this dental stuff. Like I know I learned all this stuff. Like I want to share it with everyone. Do you know what I mean? And like YouTube is free. So like I want to share it with you all for free. So just I think we all have the right to knowledge, if we if every single person like in their career made a YouTube channel, wouldn't it be amazing? Like every single job in the world, like, had a YouTube channel. Like, we could I don't know, a lot of free education can happen. Okay, so thank you, Abraham. And I was gonna say, yes, back to dental hygiene school. Something that everyone usually asks me as well is, uh, when do you go to the I don't understand that one. I don't understand that one. But a lot of people ask me about first working as a dental hygienist, and that was a lot of these questions here. So I think I'll just kind of answer. Like a lot of them are, how do you get quick? I'm slow right now in school. It takes me a while to scale teeth. Like all these things. And when you're in school for dental hygiene, like it's gonna take a while. It's like with anything, it takes a while. I think the only thing that made me quicker is working. You know what I mean? Like experience. Like the more teeth you clean, the quicker you will get. And I always think too, like you don't necessarily want to be quick. You want to make sure you are still efficient when you're quick. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to do it real fast and be like, "Hey, I'm done." Like you still have to be. It's a fine line between, do you want to be quick or do you want to take your time and do really, obviously you want to do a good job. So I don't think that, my point is, I don't think the goal is being quick. I think the goal is to be efficient and to get done what you need in a timely manner. I don't know. I know that's like the same thing, but just phrasing it differently. Because that's not the goal, Of course, you want to be within your time limit, but you want to do a good job. And honestly, when I first started, my boss was so nice, and they gave me an extra 10 minutes on all of my cleanings. Because I was new, and they were like, you know what? Maybe you need an extra 10 minutes. I don't know. You're new. We don't know what you're like yet. And I was like, that was really nice. Like that extra 10 minutes was amazing. It can't hurt to ask. I mean, maybe that's something you don't want to ask. You know what I mean? You don't want to make it sound like you're going to be slow. But I just feel like if they offer it, take it. And if you don't want to, if you still, obviously want to be confident, like, oh, I don't know if I'll need it, but I'll definitely take it. There's ways to play around. I actually have, my website, teethtalkgirl.com, which I probably annoyingly say in every single video, like visit my website, teethtalkgirl.com. I'm sorry, it's just I've spent so much time on making this website for you all that I'm always like trying to promote it. But my website, teethtalkgirl.com, I do have a whole hub, like for RDHs, like for dental hygienists. It's teethtalkgirl.com/RDH. Let me type it. I'm typing it. Teethtalkgirl.com/RDH is my RDH. Oh, it didn't work. Well, it's not a clickable link, but you can see it. Maybe it is a clickable link. I don't know, something highlighted. But so teethtalker.com/RDH is if anyone is interested in the dental hygiene field. Whenever I get questions about specifically, either you're a new grad and you just want tips and tricks on how to become more efficient as a new graduate working in the field, or maybe you're in school right now and you need tips and tricks about how to survive dental hygiene school, or maybe you're just interested in maybe becoming a dental hygienist. Whatever the case, check out teethtalkgirl.com/RDH. And I feel like I spend a lot of time making sure there's like articles and videos for like almost every question you can think of. So that's a really, really cool resource that happy to share. I also have one for dentists. It's not as built out as the dental hygiene one at this point, but teethtalkgirl.com/dentist. If you're interested in, dental school, I got some good stuff on there too. But the hygienist one, that portal is of course like more extensive because that's what I am right now. But I'm working to build out the dentist one. Someone asked, Elizabeth, did you have braces? Yes. So funny you asked that. So yay, of course, like on camera they look nice. So number 28. So okay, I had braces twice. What? Right. So I had them once in sixth grade. Then I got them off, and because I had to have a surgery. It was like a whole thing. Then I had to get them back on sophomore year of high school. But it was a short time sophomore year. I feel like it was not even the whole year of sophomore year, but sixth grade was like almost sixth to eighth, that first time. Anyway, so yes, I've had braces twice, but I kind of want clear aligners now. Like I need to do something. So here's the thing. My upper, this is an interesting, a lot of people ask me about retainers. My upper teeth, um, they're fine mostly. This tooth always was kind of out of line, but number 8. I love number 8. By the way, someone asked me favorite tooth number? Number 8. I don't know why. It's just right there. My favorite tooth number to clean? Probably the lower premolars and molars. So I don't know. Anyway, so my uppers, I have a clear aligner type night guard retainer. So those have stayed really well. My bottom one is like I had the permanent lingual bar, but I asked to get it removed. This was like pre me going to dental hygiene school. I just was like, I can't floss with it. Can you remove it? And then I asked for a removable. So the permanent one taken off on the bottom. And now I have one that goes in and out, but it's still the metal one. And I don't know. I don't know if it just wasn't made right. Again, this was like pre-dental. So I didn't have any dental knowledge. I didn't know what I was doing, but I wear it every single night, but this tooth is moving. So I just feel like, okay, here's the thing. Is my smile fine and nice? Yes. But when you go through braces twice, you don't want that one to move. You know what I mean? You went through all that time. So, and money. My mom went through all that money. So I just feel like you went through all that. I might as well, maybe do clear liners again in the future, but we'll see. Someone else is a colorful. Heather, colorful. I have to have IV sedation. Any advice? Heather, okay. These colors are boom when you do that. Okay, so any advice? Yes. So IV sedation, I'm assuming you're having some work done. Any type of IV sedation would probably mean you're either having a lot of work, or maybe just there's a lot of reasons, but regardless, IV sedation, there's two types of IV sedation, and I actually have. So it's funny, this week my laughing gas video is coming out, so it's all about laughing gas. That is not IV sedation. Don't worry, I'm getting to that, to the answer to that, but my laughing gas video comes out this Thursday, and it's all about nitrous oxide, which is laughing gas. So that's the one with the nose, it kind of makes you like, ooh, yay. It makes you chillin'. But IV sedation, hold on, Heather, where'd you go? There you go. Oh, horrible, don't want to throw. Okay, you have a gag reflex. Got you. Oh, that's so nice of you. So I get it. When people have gag reflexes, don't worry about us. Like, we want to make you comfortable. Do you know what I mean? So don't worry about us. And that's very nice of you to worry about us. But our job is to make you comfortable. You don't have to make us comfortable. You know what I mean? But that is so nice of you. You must be a very nice person. So you're doing the IV sedation. There's two types. There's either the twilight IV sedation. That's what most people get at the dentist. That's what I'm assuming you're getting. That's the stuff. Most people get the twilight if you're having your wisdom teeth removed. It isn't general anesthesia. It's just it's making you kind of like, some people, they get knocked out. I had the twilight when I had my wisdom teeth out, and I was like, I had no idea I was awake. But they say you're still awake. You can still breathe. You don't need to breathe. You know what I mean? It's just a little more than nitrous. It's a little more. So, and then I'm doing the put you to sleep medicine. So, okay, Heather's doing the full out. So you're probably not doing the twilight then. Maybe though, you never know. Ask them if it's twilight, because a lot of people get them confused. Like, some people still say you're going out for twilight. They just say that as like a phrase, even though you're technically not going out, but you are going out. You're going to be asleep. It's just a different way to sedate you. So ask if it's twilight. If not, regardless, if it's general, then an anesthesiologist will be there. That's like full out, you're asleep. I don't know why I keep clapping, but you're asleep. Regardless of which one you do, you're going to need a driver. I'm sure they went over everything, and you're not going to remember anything either way. Like, you're going to be like chilling. I keep just talking. What's the question? Oh, I'm sorry. Any advice? You're good to go. My advice is listen to whatever your dentist or oral surgeon's advice was. Every individual situation is so different. So see, whatever they tell you to do, make sure you do. She said, I believe it is general. Okay. Got it. So good. Your mom's taking you. So you want to make sure, that's the biggest thing. You want to make sure that you have a driver, that you are safe after for the whole day. You have someone kind of hanging out with you. I'm sure your mom's going to be with you at home, just because sometimes you're kind of out of it. You don't want to be like, I don't want to compare. I don't know how old you are, but I don't want to compare it to being drunk. But, it's kind of that like, oh, you don't want to like fall over and you want just someone to be there and like make sure you're doing good. You're going to be great. I'm so excited that you took this step, Heather, to go to the dentist and get whatever you need done, and you'll get it all done and you'll be good to go. And then just keep with your regular routine cleanings after whatever procedure you're doing, and you're going to be good to go. I'm really excited for you. Someone said something, where I'm from, they don't put you out for wisdom teeth removal. I was 100% awake and could ride my bike home after. Yes. So speaking of wisdom teeth removal, so not everyone wants to, what's interesting, wisdom teeth removals. So most offices, you'll most of the time go to an oral surgeon for your wisdom teeth because, especially if they're doing all four or three, depending on how many you have, it's just easier. Oral surgeons do it all day, every day. If your teeth are impacted, if they're underneath, they've seen it all. They're oral surgeons. They do it all day. So most people will probably have the Twilight just because it's more comfortable. It's quick. You're in and out. I personally, when I had my wisdom teeth out, I was very interested in teeth and dentistry. Should I turn this light on? Can you not see me? Does that make it better or worse? I don't know. I was very interested in teeth, and I asked my oral surgeon, I was like, "Can I actually stay awake? I would love to, like, see what's going on." And he was like, "No, you don't want to." And I was like, "Why not?" Like, I want to be awake. And he talked me out of it. And I kinda, like, I don't know, I still think about that today, like, it probably was good because it's like a solid hour or whatever, half hour. I don't know. It's a long time of them, like, doing stuff in your jaw, so it's probably better that I was just asleep and chilling. But I wanted to see the tooth come out. I was so interested, you know? So, oh, sorry. Um, my hair, it's getting warm. It's warm out today. It makes me happy. So I was like, but okay, so yeah, wisdom teeth, you can totally be out. They usually recommend that you're out. Even if you ask to not be out, they sometimes still recommend that you are out, and out meaning twilight. And in the case that you just have like one wisdom tooth to get pulled, sometimes your general dentist will do it. If it's one wisdom tooth and you can see it, it doesn't have to be surgically extracted. They just pull it, like they numb you up, of course, and you're good. So there's a lot of different options. I think the end result, the ending comment in conclusion of the wisdom teeth situation and sedation and laughing gas and all that stuff is whatever you think is best for you. You have to, like, it's your mouth, so make sure you ask the dentist or the oral surgeon, like, advocate for yourself, you know what I mean? Like, if they say, "Nah, you don't need this," or, "Yeah, you need this and you don't want that," like, say, like, you know yourself best, you know? If you don't know yourself best, take their advice, you know what I mean? Like, if you've never had any dental work done, maybe you don't know, I would take their advice. But if you're like, "No, no, no, I know, I don't need to go under," like, then don't, you know? They can't make you do anything. That's my point. Talk to them about what you need and they will listen. Also, I have that wisdom, or I have that laughing gas video coming out this Thursday, and then in a few weeks later, I have my dental anesthesia video that goes over the 5 different types of anesthesia. So that'll be coming out soon. It's just kind of cool to learn about all the different ones. I have my all my I'm working on the editing right now, making it all like so it makes sense and it's fun. Like all my text and my pictures and my to like make it clear all the 5 different types. So yeah. So what else we got? Well, let me scroll through the questions. Thank you. So yeah, people are saying sometimes it's extra money with all that and stuff. Yeah, there's sometimes another thing with laughing gas, like the nitrous. This is just for any procedure. Like I've had patients that ask for laughing gas for cleaning, and so like because they just are a little nervous and they just want to be a little more chill. That's fine. So some offices do charge for charge for nitrous oxide laughing gas, and some offices don't. So always ask if they charge. That sometimes depends. Okay, let's see. A lot of people talking about wisdom teeth. Oh, Noelle. She said that my nice friend brought me a smoothie. That was me. I brought her a smoothie. Thank you, Noelle. um, yeah, I don't know. What do we else got? Oh, here we go. Okay, a lot of people ask me about gum. A lot of people ask me about gum. What's your favorite gum? Sugar free. So yes, I do have a YouTube video all about gum, chewing gum. There's negatives and positives for chewing gum. The negatives are it can hurt your jaw if you chew too much. A lot of chewing, a lot of chewing can obviously hurt your jaw. So always be careful. And then make sure it's always sugar free. There's no reason to be chewing sugar gum. Like sugar gum is just going to give you cavity. You know what I mean? Like it's no reason. So always make sure it's sugar free. Sugar free gum, I'm all about gum that has xylitol in it. It's spelled with an X. Xylitol. I'll type it. Hold on. Xylitol gum. There you go. Type it. Xylitol gum is one of the best things because it helps actually reduce plaque up in your teeth. So yeah, go with xylitol gum. That's my favorite. if you look on the back of some of the brand names, it will have xylitol listed. So just because it doesn't say boom xylitol gum on it, like really bright and bold, it might say it in the ingredients on the back. So check if there's a gum you like, just check. It doesn't have to have xylitol, and just make sure it's sugar free, some kind of sugar substitute. But that'd probably be my best answer on gum. But yes, if if you ever, so that's the thing on my website, teethtalkgirl.com, I have a search bar. So you can always just like search like gum, like chewing gum, and my videos will pop up on the website. If you want to do it on YouTube, you just have to go to the search bar on YouTube, but you have to type Teeth Talk Girl with it. So like Teeth Talk Girl chewing gum, and then you would find my gum video. But if you don't want to have to type Teeth Talk Girl as well, you can find it on my website, which is exciting. I got another color. Oh my goodness, it's Lee. So happy to be part of your channel. How is the new teleprompter going? Thank you, Lee, for asking that. Okay, so Lee has the pink. I don't know if you all can see what I'm seeing, but he's like all green. Like when someone's like a green, they're green. They bloop. They're blowing up. I could see it. So Lee said, "Sorry to be part of your channel." He's a member and the new teleprompter. So if you're a member on YouTube, you can get like I do like behind the scenes, I do like a post every month. I do like upcoming, so you can learn about which videos are upcoming this month. All these like little behind the scenes things, which is really cool. And I feel like we're even more of we're a community here. And then if you want to be even a bit smaller niche of the community, niche of the community, you could do the membership on YouTube. So I recently said on the membership page how I got a new teleprompter. So yes, I use a teleprompter for my videos because especially, I don't want to get that science wrong. And I know it, you hear how I talk right now. I'm like, which is fun, but sometimes when you just want to watch a quick video, like a solid 3-minute video about wisdom teeth, I wouldn't just go on and on for 20 minutes, right? So teleprompter helps me keep on track. Anyway, I was telling them in the membership community, I was telling them recently how I've been using the same teleprompter for a long time, and it's an app. It's like an app on my phone, and it like just kept going down. Teleprompter apps are hard, because I try to like scroll, so I'm like reading it while I scroll, and I don't know. I mean, tell me in the comments. Hopefully, you don't notice that I'm reading. I try to make it like I'm not reading, probably crickets. I don't know if anyone will tell me if I sound like I'm reading. I try to not sound like I'm reading. Anyway, so the old teleprompter app wasn't working good. So then I got a new one and it's working good. Thank you for asking. That was I could have just said it's good. Thank you. But instead I told this whole long story. So thank you for asking. It's making my life so much easier now that it doesn't like go down every 2 seconds. Let's see here. So people are asking if the YouTube membership is free. The YouTube membership is not free. So you don't get any more dental education. All the education is free here on YouTube, but the membership is more behind the scenes. And I was trying to think what the price is. I could be so wrong. Is it like $1.99? Is it like $2 a month? I think that's it. There's different tiers. I can't remember what the lowest tier is. I think the highest tier might be $10 or $20. I have to look. I'm the worst with numbers. Did anyone else make that joke? Okay, it's $5, $10. It's $5 or $10. I feel like there's one more other. Did anyone else make that joke in dental hygiene school where all you have to do is count to 32 and you're good? You don't need any more math? Because I took all that Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. I know math, but I just can't remember numbers. They do not stick in me. Like I'm lucky I remember my phone number. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have very short-term memory with numbers because some people, when I'm perio charting, when my patients, when I'm perio charting, they'll be like, wow, you memorized those numbers. And I'm like, yeah, they're in and out though. You know what I mean? I like 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. Then I type them down. 3, like I remember them for a while, but then they go away really fast. Okay, yes. Confirming YouTube membership. There's a $5 tier. There's a $10 tier. There's a $20 tier. Yes. So depending on the tier, there's different things you get, right? I think with a $20 tier, I actually give you a gift. I send you a gift to your house. So that's exciting. But there's a whole tiers if you look at the membership page. The reason it is not free is because it does help support the channel. Things like the teleprompter, for example. Thank you, Lee, for bringing that up. The teleprompter, it's a subscription that I have to pay for on my, phone. So that's what all those proceeds go to, all the membership fees go to ways to support the channel, all the things that we pay for. So thank you if you are interested in doing that. That's awesome. And if you're not, that's also awesome because I'm happy you're here right now. This is also supporting the channel and helping us continue to spread dental health awareness across the internet for free. You know what I mean? So that's what it's all about. So thank you for being here. This makes me so happy. Let's see. Okay. My dental appointment is at 8 a.m., but I was kind of hoping she'd schedule it for 2:30. I have a patient that always says that to me. He's like, anytime at 2:30, get it like tooth hurdy or 2:30. Okay. Matt Smith, day 13 of 4 wisdom teeth removal. My left side wisdom hole closed really fast, and my right side is almost closed. When is dry socket a thing of the past? Okay. Good question. I just made a dry socket video. If I had my teleprompter on right now, I could give you a really solid answer. But okay, so day 13, you're probably in the clear at day 13. Normally, you could stop worrying about a dry socket within the first 3 to 4 days after your tooth is extracted. Those are the most susceptible times that a dry socket can happen. After about 3 days, most people tend to see an improvement in any tenderness or soreness around their extraction site, as with anything. So, like if you're healing over time and it's been getting better every day, that's good. But if it was okay, and now all of a sudden it's getting worse, that's not good. So, again, I guess to recap, that answer is if you've made it to about 3 or 4 days after your extraction, then you're probably in the clear. However, as a general rule of thumb, you should, once you've made it well past a week or two post extraction, you're usually no longer at risk of a dry socket. At 2 weeks, you can usually give your permission. At 2 weeks, you can give yourself permission not to worry anymore. So I hope that kind of helps answer your question, Matt Smith. And it sounds like day 13, yeah, after 2 weeks, you're 14 days, you're probably solid. And of course, if you have any like if you are like still like, I don't know, I'm not sure about this, and something feels funny, always call your dental office and schedule an appointment right away so they can look. Never put something off just because the general rule of thumb is after 14 days you're good. But if something's feeling funny or smelling weird, the pain and smell are the two main things about dry sockets that like give you a clue like ooh. So if you ever, even if you're in the clear from the textbook answer and you are concerned, always call your dental office. So hope that helps. Thank you for asking, Matt Smith. So do deep pockets ever get smaller if you take really good care of your teeth? Good question. So it depends. Sorry. And sorry, I just said good question. My mom was just telling me the other day how she was watching an interview and someone kept saying good question. And she was like, why did they keep saying good question? I was like, Mom, from someone who like does interviews like every so often, like it gives you time to think about the answer. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh, good question. And then it like helps you think about the answer. But no. So but I guess when you keep saying, so that was the first time I said good question. So don't let me say it anymore. Okay. Do deep pockets ever get smaller? So they do if they are deep pockets due to inflammation, if your gums are inflamed. So if you have deep pockets because your gums are just really puffy, it's almost like a pseudo pocket. It's not bone loss, it's just inflamed gums. Those can get smaller from proper brushing, flossing. Water flossing generally helps with puffy gums, any kind of gingivitis, right? But if you have deep pockets due to gum disease, periodontal disease, bone loss, if your bone is lost, and there's no way those will get better, unfortunately. Those will stay. The goal is that those will stay maintained after a deep cleaning, also known as an SRP, scaling and replating. After we clean out any plaque bacteria tartar that's below the gum line, will those gums shrink up? Yes. And that is what will improve. But will the bone grow back? No. So that's what's kind of like a yes and no. So I guess my best advice or my best answer to that is if you have a bunch of 4 millimeter pockets, you know, those perio charting stuff, we all know those numbers. If you have a bunch of fours absolutely are reversible because fours always generally will always mean that it's puffy gums, that it's gingivitis, that it's inflammation. But if you have fives and up, it's hard to say. If it's a 5 millimeter pocket and it's puffy gums, Yeah, it could shrink, but if it's a 5 millimeter pocket, because it's fallen down into bone loss, then you're not gonna grow bone back unless you do gum surgeries and stuff like that, but it's not bad. And then my other thing about that is I think this was Lisa Brown. You're so welcome. I hope I'm answering. I'm still going, Lisa Brown. I'm still going. It- um, it's not a bad thing if you have high numbers and they are clean, if that makes sense. So a lot of patients who have had an SRP deep cleaning, they are now on a perio maintenance. They might have fives and sixes all through their mouth, but they are clean. They come every so often. They come more often than every 6 months. So your recare frequencies are every 3 months or every 4 months. So we can physically get in there and clean them for you more often to make sure no new tartar and plaque gets down in there. Oftentimes, if you have high pockets, it is also indicated that you should be water flossing at home as well. So just to keep those pockets stable and healthy. I hope that helps. Do you use Lanap? That's a good question. Someone was asking that. Um, and thank you, Fat Boy Slim, for the nice compliment. By the way, that does make me feel happy because thank you. It's sometimes really okay, but this is Janelle. Do you use Lanap? So yes, one of my offices we do use Lanap. So and I know why you brought that up because that is one way that you can grow bone back. Right? It's a very controversial thing in dentistry. I think because it's so new and I feel like when things are new with anything, it's controversial, but I've seen the results. So it's hard for me to not believe that it works, even though I know there is a limited amount of research on it compared to other things. But it's just newer. So, but I've seen results on my own patients, like the X-rays before and after, and they had like lots of bone loss, and then after, not much bone loss. I'm like, whoa! So Lanap is like laser gum therapy. It's like it's a very cool thing. If you want to look it up, maybe I should make a video on it one day. That'd be really cool. Okay. Oh, John, my teeth started falling out and I went back to the dentist and a lot of work has to be done. Is there other reason? Is there other reasons why my teeth will fall out? Is there other reasons teeth start falling out? Um, John, I want to answer your question. I'm just not sure if I'm answering. I'm not sure if I know the question. So you went to the dentist. You have a lot of work to be done. Okay. And then is there other reasons why my teeth will fall out? So I guess correct me. Hold on, let me type in the thing. He um tell me more info, but correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm saying if you went to the dentist, a lot of teeth are in poor health. They have a lot of work to be done. You're wondering if there's any other reasons why your teeth would fall out. I just don't know the original reason. Do you know what I mean? That's why it's hard for me. So usually teeth would fall out for one of two reasons. One would be periodontal gum disease. The gums, the bone, nothing is there to hold the teeth in place because they are unhealthy. So that would be one reason due to gum disease, bone loss, all that stuff. The other reason could be due to cavities, tooth decay, right? If your tooth is so decayed, it's kind of like a bombed out tooth where there's barely any tooth left because of so much decay. Oftentimes they don't really fall out usually, but they usually have to be removed because there's not much tooth to salvage there. Um, so I hope that answers your question. Those are the two main reasons why teeth would fall out. They would be loose and mobile due to gum disease, or they would just be very. We always use the word or the phrase "bombed out." I'm not sure if that's what we like. My bosses use that like a bombed out tooth. So if the tooth is very bombed out, then that is another reason due to tooth decay. So those are the two main reasons teeth would fall out. If you have a lot of work to be done, I think it's always very, very important, especially if you have a lot of things going on, to get a full treatment plan. Don't just do teeth one by one. I know once you get the full treatment plan, you could take things one step at a time, but don't say just tell me one tooth at a time because if you have a lot of work to get done, you have 32 teeth. Say 22 of them have to have work done. Sometimes we need to like think about our options and I think seeing things in a full treatment plan, comprehensive exam way sometimes can financially help you make things more affordable, right? Because if you see the big picture, you won't be doing one by one things. I'm like trying to think of examples so you know what I'm talking about. So say you're just doing one by one, tooth by tooth. Say each one needs an implant. You're just doing all these implants. If you were to look at the full picture first, maybe you can get an all-in-4 implant where it's like 4 or 6 implants and they just all get put onto one. You know what I mean? There's like different options that can help more teeth than one at a time. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I didn't explain that right, but I just hope I'm answering the question right. But yes, so best advice for you, John, is get a full treatment plan, see what your options are. Always ask for the most affordable treatment plan options and the most expensive treatment plan options. It can't hurt to ask for both. So you can kind of just decide what is best for you in your situation. And yeah, and in the future, maybe it's not like I'm making it sound like all the teeth are going to be removed, but if your situation is not that involved, maybe you just have a few teeth that really need a lot of work. Make sure to prevent the other teeth from falling out in the future is to properly brush and floss. I know that sounds wild, but really, home care prevention is key. And then keeping up with your cleanings. I would, if you haven't been to the dentist in a while, it can't hurt to go every 3 months, even if they say every 6 months. I have a lot of patients that are like, I know you said I should only come every 6 months, but I'm going to come every 3 months just to be preventative. And I'm like, all for that. Like, yes, please. So going to the dentist, brushing and flossing properly at home, using a fluoride toothpaste, making sure you can do everything you can to prevent cavities, gum disease, whatever your individual situation is. And if you do have cavities, I have videos all about how to prevent cavities. If you do have gum disease, I have videos that go extensively in depth on how to prevent gum disease. So I hope that helps. And please tell me in the comments if I didn't answer properly. Someone just asked, is it best to brush before or after breakfast? So that's funny. Back to my list over here, someone asked, it was something about like, what did they ask? Like anything, oh, product suggestions for patients that build up tartar fast. So speaking of the breakfast question, I do a video all about before or after breakfast, which again, I go brushing, go very in depth. But speaking of any suggestions for people that build up tartar fast is brushing before breakfast. I have found that is like something that if I have a patient 3 months, every 3 months, this has happened multiple times where I saw they were on 3-month recares and I was like, okay, we're going to try something. Make sure you brush before breakfast every single day. And then I'll see you. And of course, twice a day as well. But make sure you do it right when you wake up. So not even just before breakfast, but when you wake up, you go to the bathroom and you brush your teeth. Do that right away. And let's see how you are in 3 months. And I've had patients that significantly have less plaque and tartar on their teeth. Even if you brush right before you go to bed, that you have plaque, it's just inevitable. You're going to wake up with stuff on your teeth. So brush that away right away so you don't give it any time to hang out and mingle with your foods and your drinks before breakfast. And that's my best answer for that. I hope that answered. And some people say, that's the thing. Can you brush after as well? Yes. But I don't know. I'm just saying that's before. But product suggestions for patients that build up tartar fast, truly, flossing is key. Flossing, brushing. I'm so annoying. I sound like you gotta brush and floss. I'm a hygienist, but it's so true. The mechanical removal is what's going to help you. Whenever you see a mouthwash that says tartar prevention, this, that, nothing that you swish with is going to remove anything. It's the manual motions. That is the mechanical motions that's going to help. Okay, I probably have time for like one or two more questions. So let's see here. I think I already asked that. Let's see. This is very nice. A lot of people, thank you. So RP, lots of people are asking about mouthwash in general. Does aminoglycine deep clean help? So mouthwash in general is not going to make or break your home care routine. It's just not. Is it a great additive for some people? Yes. Anyone who is cavity prone, I'm all about using like a fluoride mouthwash, something that says anti-cavity, right? Because it can help. It really helps. That helps strengthen and remineralize your enamel. But is it going to make or break if you get cavities? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's mouthwash I wouldn't like bet my life on. You know what I mean? It's all about the brushing and flossing and mechanical removal. For That's my biggest question about mouthwash. Let's see. Oh, I got a question here that's lit up again. I'm a student and it's looking like I'm going to fail clinic last minute and I have to redo the whole year. Did you ever have a hard time at school? I'm so sorry to hear that right now. So I'm sorry because I know the feeling and I know the classes I struggled with the most. And we're all doing the best we can, and it's the wildest years we're living through right now. So please don't be hard on yourself. For you to ask this question right now, I know that you care. You know what I mean? Like you care. So you're going to get through it. It's going to be okay. So I'm very happy that they give you the option to redo the year, that you don't have to reapply, I'm assuming. Um, so I just want to be uplifting and just tell you it's going to be okay. We had a good amount of girls in my class that didn't pass their board exams, and they were some of the best clinicians in clinic. I tell this story because I remember after my board exam, like, everyone's freaking out, but I was really like, when I heard a couple of the girls didn't pass, I felt like I knew they were better than me in clinic. So I was like, what? Do you know what I mean? I was like, uh-oh, but I did end up passing. But in my mind, I was like, I feel like it was like a fluke, like not a fluke for me to pass, but a fluke that they didn't. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you could just catch someone on the wrong day, the wrong time, the wrong piece, the situation, and things aren't working. You know what I mean? So, yes, I had a hard time in school. I felt like, honestly, clinic, I'm kind of like oddly, I don't want to say book smart, but like I memorize things pretty well. And like textbook stuff was like easier for me, like taking tests and doing that. But like getting in clinic and like learning how to hold my pencil, my grip, all that stuff. I was very stressed. I have sweaty hands. I couldn't even get my gloves on. Yes, I had a hard time. I was always struggling with something in clinic. I'm clumsy. I would like fall off my chair. Like I'm not even joking. It took me a long time to figure myself out in clinic, and now I do feel like I know, um, that it was worth it because I learned a lot in school. So my point is, whatever you're going through in clinic, I really, really hope you continue and you keep working toward your goal because it will be worth it in the end. And I really, really, really am sending you all the positive toothy vibes. You're going to be good. Some of the best people in my class failed their board exams and they are the best hygienists I know. So I'm just saying, it doesn't mean anything. Don't feel bad. You're going to be good. You just, you know, ask your teachers one more thing, sorry about that. Ask your instructors, your teachers, if there's anything extra you can do. Sometimes they will send you home with like a mouth model, those typodonts that you could practice clinic chairside, at home with your scalers, doing the strokes. So things like that can really help. There's a lot of, oh, what was her name? There's I'm sure they have it, but I feel like her name was Anna something. Anna something. It was like it was like through a dental, it was something legit. Not that like I can't think of what her name is. But anyway, there was someone that did all instructional videos and she would slow motion go through each stroke and each instrument. And I know some girls went home with those. Well, I want to say they might have been DVDs back in my day 7 years ago. Now it's probably like a link, but there's a lot of supplemental resources that will help and you will get through it. And I'm wishing you everything of all the positive toothy vibes. Were you a dental assistant before hygienist? Yes, I was. How long were you assistant before? How long were you an assistant before you decided to be a hygienist? I was only going to go to 45 minutes, but now it's 48 minutes. So should I just do the whole hour? Maybe because this answer I'm about. So I didn't become a dental assistant until I was in dental hygiene school. So I was in dental hygiene school. I was cocktail waitressing at night, serving drinks and food. But and then, it was just not it was hard for me. I couldn't do it. Like I was getting home at like 5 a.m. from my job, you know? And so I was like, to go to dental hygiene school during the day. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I know a lot of people do it, but it was hard for me. So I was like, I need to find a job that's like normal hours, But then I couldn't really find a job that was normal hours because dental hygiene school was so like seriously, like not just a 9 to 5. It was like a 9 to 9 every day. You all know how that goes if you're in dental hygiene school. So I had to find a job that would really work with me and like, you know. So I just applied to every dental office in like the world. I felt like I was just applying and because I had to say, I'm in dental hygiene school right now. I would love to become a dental assistant. I had no training, but I was like, I know how to take x-rays. Like, I was like saying like things I knew how to do. And finally someone hired me and I'm still with them today. And they were so nice. And they were like, all right, you'll be here. What do you know? And they worked with me, with my schedule. So I didn't start, I was a year into dental hygiene school already when I became a dental assistant. So 1 year in. So I was only a dental assistant for 1 year. Once I graduated, I was a hygienist and an assistant for a while. I did both for like a solid summer, maybe more longer than a summer, but I kind of did both. I would literally hop from room to room. I would be assisting on a root canal, and then they'd be like, Whitney, you have a cleaning in the next room. And then I would go become a hygienist. Then I would go become an assistant. So I did both for a while, which was really cool until I had my own patient schedule. And then, yeah, so that was kind of my story. You are in the lecture videos at my dental school, Marissa M. Where do you go to dental school? That makes me so happy. Where do you go to dental school? Where do you go? Marissa M. I want to know. I want to know so bad. Ah! So, okay, someone's asking about Amanda White, the toothpaste that. All right, we'll just do it. Go the whole hour. I know it's 50 minutes in now, but we'll go the whole hour. We'll go. I was only gonna do 45. Okay, we'll go the hour. Okay, because now we're talking about Amanda White just asked about the toothpaste. It's the little tablets. So, what do I think of them? I was never into the tablets because they don't make them. Well, they used to not make them. There was no fluoride options and there was no hydroxyapatite options. As of recent, there's a few companies that are making the toothpaste tablets. As of recent, some of them are making them with hydroxyapatite. Now, I have a video all about, it's called natural toothpaste. If you're trying to Google my video about hydroxyapatite, but it's called natural toothpaste. So if you want to search it on YouTube, Teeth Talk Girl natural toothpaste, hydroxyapatite, I feel it may be just as good as fluoride, but we don't know yet, right? So the research is very promising, but the ADA, the American Dental Association, has not yet, or I don't even want to say yet, maybe they never will, but has not said that it's good yet. So everyone that's talking about hydroxyapatite, we're kind of doing research on our own, saying it looks like it's good. So if someone's using those Bite or whatever they're called, different brands have different names, but if someone's using those tablets, make sure it at least has hydroxyapatite. And I'm still not 100% on board because I'm really all about following what my association says, and the American Dental Association does not yet approve of them. But if you're going to use them because you're going camping this weekend or you need it for whatever reason, make sure they have that in them. I'm not all about the ones that are just with xylitol. That's not going to help you prevent cavity. It has no research to show you anything like that, but at least those ones are promising. So, anyone who's asking me about my thoughts about nanohydroxyapatite, all that stuff, my video is called Natural Toothpaste. So, yes. Did my friend ever tell me where she goes to dental school? I really want to know. It's okay if you didn't. I love when I hear that someone used my videos in their school. I want to know. Ah! Okay, so here we go. Someone asked me this here. How long can a baby tooth last? I'm 28 years old with a baby canine. So, good question. And generally, baby teeth fall out. All of your baby teeth will fall out by the age of 12, right? So, that's because there's an adult tooth underneath them. However, some people are born just congenitally missing adult teeth. Sometimes canines are a common one. You have baby canines and no adult canine underneath. If so, they can last a long time. So funny. This really is funny they bring this up because my boss again, he has two baby canines. I want to say he's in his 50s. One just got loose. It started getting loose. So he pulled it out himself. Then he pulled out the other one. He's going to do a whole thing. But he made it till his 50s with his baby canines. So my point is you can last, if you are someone who does not have an adult tooth underneath your baby tooth, there is a chance that it'll last you a long, long time, like a lifetime almost. You know what I mean? But sometimes you're 12 years old and that baby tooth's loose and you got nothing underneath that. I know someone who had that as well, where it just came out when they were 12 or whatever. And so it just depends on the situation. Okay, answer. Be honest. Do you judge a person? Why can't I say person? Person's mouth during cleaning? No. I do not judge anyone's mouth during cleaning. So here's the thing. I honestly, when I went to dental hygiene school, I was always interested in dental hygiene. I was, the whole thing. Well, dentistry in general. If you heard the beginning of this, of this, but dentistry in general, I would never judge someone because I would judge myself. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know how am I supposed to. So here's my example. First of all, I use an electric toothbrush all the time. There's different like types of electric toothbrushes. Someone's question was, "Do you use circles with an electric toothbrush?" The answer is no. But electric toothbrushes and regular toothbrushes, you have to use them very differently. I do videos that show the technique on both. But here's the thing: one of my electric toothbrushes, there's the little spin heads, the one that spin, little circles, and then there's some that look like a normal toothbrush and it vibrates. So I use both. I like interchange them and do all this stuff. But the circle one, I have like big front teeth, right? Like they're kind of long. Like most people have bigger front teeth. But when I used to use that one, it wouldn't hit my gum line. It literally I was a dental hygienist at the time. Like this was probably like 2015, 2016. And I had calculus all like a little layer all up on my upper anteriors here, right in the gum line using this new tooth because it was like a new toothbrush. I was all excited. I was using it wrong. I literally didn't know when I first started, whenever I got that toothbrush, 2015 or something. I was missing that whole like you don't know what you don't know. You know what I mean? So anyway, I could clean my own teeth at that time. Like I had, a hygienist, and you play around as a hygienist, and I remember being like, what the heck's going on? You know what I mean? And then I learned that whoa, the bristles of that circle head were not reaching my gum line, and I didn't even think of it because I just figured they were. I'm doing my thing. So my point is, no, I would never judge anyone because you don't. You're coming to us for help. Do you know what I mean? I had like we're all doing the best we can and we're all learning, and the reason you come to us is for us to help you, not to judge you. So no, I would never judge you. And also, kind of unrelated but also related, is that I love a good cleaning. Do you know what I mean? Whenever, like, personally, no, I don't want you to have tartar and bacteria on your teeth because that means that your gums are not healthy, but I do want to bring you to health. And it's very fascinating and fun for me to bring you to health. I know that sounds silly, but it's kind of like the pimple popper dermatologist, the YouTube, everyone knows the Dr. Pimple Popper. It's just so satisfying to when there is a lot of buildup for me to clean it off and like bring you to health. It's like a before and after. It's like redoing like a house, like a bedroom, like a remodel. It's like before and after. It's very fun and awesome, and it makes me really happy that I can bring people to from unhealthy to health. So no, I would never judge. It's actually really fun for me, and I love it. I love helping you, and I'm the same as you. All right, what do we got here? I can't believe I think I'm gonna try it. It's 57. I got 3 minutes. Ah! I was gonna say, should I do the whole hour? But yeah, we're almost an hour. Okay. So what else we got? Ooh, they're all cut. Okay. Why do some dentists not periochart? They all should be. They all should be. Okay. Um, they all should be. Sometimes I will say that some dentists and dental hygienists maybe just don't call the numbers out. They don't call the numbers out. They could still be periocharting. You know what I mean? So always ask, if you're interested in hearing the numbers out loud. I honestly, not until like a couple months ago, I don't know, I always said them out loud, like 1, 5, 7, 3. I would say them out loud. Now I only say the ones out loud that are important in a sense. So if someone has a few 4s or 5s, I'll be like, "Oop, here's a 4." But I don't go like 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. So my point is they might be doing it, and if you have really healthy gums, maybe they're just not saying anything out loud. But regardless, they should probably tell you still, like, your gums look healthy. I always tell my patients whether or not they, what the status of their gums is. So if maybe they're doing it, you don't know, or if they're not doing it, I mean, honestly, it's the standard of care, So if you don't feel comfortable, I mean, it might be time to find a new office that provides you with the standard of care if they're not paracharting. I do have a video, of course, all about. I always feel like that. I'm always saying that in my videos. I also have a video on. So I do a video all about
how to find a good dentist and warning signs and red flags to look for. And so I will, you can type in find a good dentist, Teeth Talk Girl, and that video should help you out. I also on my website, teethtalkgirl.com, we have a whole section about an article about how to find a good dentist as well. 59, 53. I feel like this is a countdown. Ah, you're amazing. Thank you so much. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. It's been an hour. We did it. I hope I answered. There were so many good questions. This is amazing. I should do this more often. I see everyone, a few people at least asking if I'll do this again, and I think I will because it's kind of fun. It was fun. I wish I could answer more questions, but it's been an hour. I gotta go. But I will definitely answer more next time because yeah, I'll definitely do this again. This was really fun. If you all enjoyed it, I'll do it again. But I did enjoy it, so I kind of want to do it. But I can't do it without you all because then I have no questions to answer. So thank you all. Peace, love, and tea. I'll see you all tomorrow. I have a video tomorrow. Tea Talk Tuesday.